So what is living with purpose? If we wanted to determine what somebody's purpose was for going to the store, like I said, we might look in their shopping cart. If we wanted to figure out what somebody's purpose was for their life, or what purpose they had as they lived their life, we might look at some things, some indicators to tell us where they focus their time, their energy, their attention. It might also indicate to us what they valued or what they thought was important in their life. If we look at somebody's life at the end of their days and they see that they finished their life with a ton of money, that might give an indication of what they spent their time doing. If they had a luxury car or a few luxury cars, if they had a nice house, or like myself, I'd like to have many nice houses around the world. If they had a certain job title, or if they had some kind of advanced degrees, this will give us an indication of what they spent their time on, maybe what they were focused on through their life experience. Another person we might look at, and they touched many lives, or they touched a life with their own. They left a contribution, a significant contribution to the life of another, to a family, to a society. They helped another person. They made an impact with their life. Or they left a positive legacy. And if somebody were to do all these things, it might give us an indication what their purpose was in life, or at least that they lived with a purpose to provide these things. I think of these two things, they kind of categorize as things that would make us happy in the moment, and other things that would help us make a difference with our life experience. The question to reflect on, or a question to think about, is in your final day when you're laying on your deathbed, would you rather reflect back on your life and realize that you lived a very happy life, that you had many of the things in your life that you wanted, you never faced many challenges, you didn't have many obstacles to overcome, but you were very happy throughout your whole life? Or would you rather look back on your life and realize that even though you faced many obstacles, even though you had a lot of challenge and struggle, and felt a lot of pain and frustration through your life, that you made a huge difference, and that you would be remembered, and that you changed something in somebody else's life, or in the lives of many other people? Now, the way that I phrase that question might suggest that I think that it's one or the other. But I believe that we can certainly find both of these things in our life if we're living with the right purpose. That just because you have tons of money, just because you might want nice cars or a nice house, doesn't mean that you couldn't also make a significant difference. A lot of times these things on the left, these things that we pursue or that we desire, the things that we think will make us happy, they get stigmatized, or they have a bad reputation. Oh, somebody just wants a lot of money. Somebody just wants these certain nice things for their own life. And we disassociate the two between somebody who's living with the right purpose and somebody who might be living or interested in the wrong things. As leaders, leading with purpose is important. As leaders, we set the tone for the organization. Somebody within our group, on our team, sets the tone for the team, for the group. And as leaders, it's very important to realize that the actions that we take, the behaviors that we have, the beliefs that we have, is going to spread and affect those people that work with us and for us. I've got a friend, his name's Mike, and a couple of years ago he was getting into network marketing. He was growing a network marketing business. And he was doing pretty well with his own sales, and then he recruited some people to work for him and work on his team, and he started to make money off of their sales. After he had 4 people on his team, he thought, I'm doing pretty good. And this is cool, because not only am I making money from my own sales, but I'm making commissions on everybody else. So one Friday afternoon, when he was feeling good about the success that he had, he thought, I've been working hard. I'm going to go ahead and take a break and kick back by the pool. I'm still making money because my team's out there making money for me. After a couple hours of enjoying a Mai Tai by the pool, he thought, let me check in on my team and see how they're doing. So he called the first guy and he said, how's it going? How many leads have you called today? How many people have you followed up with? And the first guy said, hey, Mike, I've been working pretty hard lately. I figured I'd take a couple hours and kick it by the pool for a while. So Mike called the second guy. How many leads have you called today? Mike, I've been working real hard lately. Figured I'd take a day off and sit by the pool. Very quickly, he realized that whatever he did was going to be emulated by those people that worked with him and for him. Not just the things that he said, but the actions that he took and the way that he performed and behaved. So as leaders, we always need to remember that. The actions that we take are going to be emulated by, and here's the truth of it. If somebody's not emulating you, the reality is you're not their leader. There's somebody in your team, there's somebody on your group who is setting the tone for everybody else in your team or in your organization. And if it's not you, You may have a job title, you may have a certain position, but if it's not you, then you're not the one that's actually leading them.